In Greece, something very big and very special has happened. The Syriza party, a party that's comprised of a lot of different leftists, often referred to as a far leftist and whatnot, actually managed to take 300 seats in the recent Greek election, making them the official group, the people who are in charge. Now, this group is made up of a lot of different people, Marxist, Leninists. There are communists, there are far leftists, there are some people who proclaim to be anarchists. There's a lot of left social democrats, radical environmentalists. In other words, this party is just one gigantic mishmash of like leftist parties or people with a lot of leftist leanings. But there is no real like one particular thing that this group is about. Like their main thing is anti-austerity, but there's not a particular ideology, given that the group is just one gigantic mishmash of leftists with varying views. And this is something that's very similar to what's called the refounding of the left. And that's something that the Kasama Project has been about for a long time. Basically, it just takes like all these leftists and like founds them into one party to be some kind of major opposition to the bourgeois parliamentary structure, which is very odd because that goes right against Leninism and Marxism in general, which says you have to have a violent revolution, not a peaceful election through a mechanism that's designed to make sure that you can't get any real change, even if you do win. And that's what we're looking at right now. Now, a lot of people are very, very hopeful about them, that maybe they'll be able to push through some radical leftist policies, take on anti-imperialism, basically do everything it is that communists want to do. And that's kind of a really big hope that's a part of the pro-Syriza people right now. See, the problem is within about 48 hours of them winning, they've already allied with a rightist party who is, while also anti-austerity, they're also heavily anti-immigrant. So this belief that some kind of refounding of a leftist party was taking place inside Greece isn't. In fact, it's already kind of sold out to rightist parties to engage in bourgeois parliamentarism as opposed to radical leftist activism or, say, genuine real class struggle. As I said, it didn't take long. In about 48 hours, the group has chosen to ally with the independent Greeks, the ANIL. They are an anti-austerity but also anti-immigrant party. Many have compared them to UKIP. Their MO is that Greece is the victim of a conspiracy by the IMF. They believe in orientating society around the Greek Orthodox Church. They're openly anti-multiculturalism, anti-immigration, and the leader has made anti-Semitic comments in the past. And in fact, this claim that they're very similar to the British UKIP is very accurate. So this, largely, entirely radical leftist group is allying with people like UKIP. At least some of those who are very hopeful about this situation are thinking that at least there can be an anti-imperialist orientation to their program, at least what their government is going to do. However, frankly, this isn't going to happen. There's not going to be that radical change here, particularly that can we expect to see maybe the military of Greece being used to carry out anti-imperialist actions, defend third world peoples? Because, communism is the primary contradiction. See, I don't think we're going to see that happening. Because it's going to come down to this. Greece either stays a part of the EU and gets devastated through their demands, or they leave and start up something entirely new. And right now the EU wields a great deal of control over Greece. And if they don't leave the EU, then there's nothing there. The EU is a bourgeois institution. It's a capitalist institution, a kind of semi-global capital, an international capitalist class that has many of the same interests in many countries. So basically, what they're saying is that they're not going to challenge that. They're already saying that they're not challenging the bourgeois formal structure. I mean, this is very much the same thing that we're seeing from Venezuela. In fact, this is worse than what we're seeing from Venezuela. At least when Chavez came in, he said he was a socialist. He was going to do this, this, and this. which he at least did do. But these guys are not like a socialist party. They're just a bunch of mishmash of different radical leftists with no specific program other than anti-austerity. And these benefits that people like even Greece in its privileged global position has comes from imperialist plunder. So if they're already saying they're going to be anti-austerity, they're basically already saying they're not going to challenge that global hegemonic position. So I don't think we can expect to see anything. They're coming through parliamentary democracy. They're coming through all the bourgeois legal mechanisms. There's not going to be any radical change. This is going to be just like it was with France when Hollande got elected. Everybody's acting like this great socialist just got put into office, and then there was going to be this great change. But that's not going to happen. They're completely taking a revisionist Euro-communist path. It's not going to happen. At best, it's going to be anti-austerity. And if they tried to do anything that was truly radical or even challenged imperialism in any way, shape, or form, the EU will smash them down. And that's basically what's going to happen. If you like this video and you'd like to see more of them, then head over to my Patreon page and show your support. Or you can go to the MRN bookstore and check out some of the latest books available. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and share on various social media.